Lee,
going live.
Hey, go. We
You're
are
live.
live. What's good,
Wow.
YouTube?
That's craziness,
Welcome
man.
to the tube.
It's kind of cool.
It really is, man. It really is. We got to talk some football, man. It's been a lot of good shit going on this week.
Whoa. We got a bunch of stuff going on this week, huh?
Whoa, big alerts, bro. Big
That's
alerts.
crazy.
Oh, did I get an alert?
That's crazy. Whoa. All right. So, yeah, it's live. It's working.
Yes,
That's
it is.
dope.
Yes, it is.
We on the tube, baby. Let's go.
We on the tube.
Hey, I just wanted to give a shout out real quick before we really start. Big shout out to Sweden, man. Seeing you guys in the analytics.
Swedes, what up? Yo, listen. You said
Love
something
it.
about you like part Swedish.
I
right?
do have a very little bit of Swedish in me.
Yo.
So I'm like 75% Italian, and I got a little bit of Irish, Dutch, German, and Swedish.
Sweden finally came along to watch your boys over here. Big primetime man cave out in Sweden, bro.
Pretty sick.
Dude, that's legendary.
Pretty sick. So we
That's
got
legendary. Whoever you are out there in Sweden, man, big ups, big shout outs. Jump into the comments, jump into the Facebook page. We got to show you some mad love.
Yeah, we would love to interact with you. I feel like we say that all the time for every new country, but yeah, get in there. Show us some love.
We need to learn a different language, bro.
Hey, maybe we should. Fuck it.
What's been good, man? How'd you do for this week, man?
Get some big Rosetta Stone. I don't even want to talk about betting.
No.
I had a fucked up week in betting. Arizona not kicking that extra point. Nick Chubb being a fucking jabroni. I should have known better betting on the Browns.
Come on, Nick Chubb.
I want to forget about last week betting, and I want to get into, get into next week.
All right, bet.
So
bet.
That's how I'm feeling. But we do have several games that we want to break down. What game you want to start with? We just watched the Dolphins and the Chargers. You want to start there?
Yeah. I always like to start with the Dolphins, man, because I had big love for the Dolphins when they were coming in with Tua, and he's showing off, bro.
Hey, he's Chargers really gave themselves much of a chance here in the early portions of the game.
Okay.
Their first drive on second down, Herbert gets sacked. Okay, so that pushes them back. Third down, can't do anything. It was like a 2nd and 17.
Yeah.
So not much he could do there. Forces a punt. On the first punt of the game, 2 minutes in, the punt gets blocked by the Dolphins and gets recovered on the 2-yard line.
Okay.
The first run play, they punch it in for 7 points. So it's 7-0 right off the bat. 2 minutes in,
Easy.
you're down 7-0.
Right.
They get the ball back.
Where were they playing at?
Playing in LA.
LA, was it raining?
No,
Okay.
it wasn't.
Okay.
Get the ball back. Have to punt. They force another punt. Miami gets the ball back. Go down the field. The Chargers hold them to a field goal, right? So it should be 10-0. They go to kick the field goal. Offsides on the Chargers. It was like a 4th and 3. Gives them 5 yards, which gives them the first down.
Okay.
Automatic, gives them a first down. Now they're on like the 10-yard line, and they ended up scoring a touchdown on that possession. So instead of being 10-0, now it's 14-0.
Yeah.
So within 5 minutes of the game starting, you're down 14-0, and you just didn't really, just the worst start you could ever hope for.
Playing comeback, literally from the first 10 minutes into the first quarter.
Exactly.
Wow.
They went down the field. They did go down the field with a little bit of mix, run and pass. I have to say, Tua did make one really nice throw. He rolled out to his left. And, I mean, obviously he's lefty, so he's going to roll out to his left rather than a righty roll into his right.
A little different.
Yeah, but he made a great throw. The Chargers D forced the Dolphins to try the field goal. Chargers go off sides, like I just said. Dolphins score a touchdown pass to Devontae Parker, which was an amazing ball by Tua. But after they reviewed it, Parker didn't get his second foot down, so they called it back. And then Tua did end up throwing a touchdown pass there on third down.
Okay.
So I just feel like the Chargers shot themselves in the foot too many times, too early, too often. So once they kind of got going,
they looked lit.
They looked all right. They had a good run game going by Balaj or whatever the heck his name was.
That was it.
He had 18 carries for 68 yards and another 5 catches for 30-some yards. So he had over 100 yards. He played well. I feel like Herbert in this game, though, couldn't really get into his groove. At one point, he was like 13 for 18 with 120 yards, and it was in the late third quarter.
That ain't going to cut it.
So, yeah, this is like surprising the first time he kind of looked bad.
Yeah.
And we saw that one throw that he made. He was really late on his read, coming across the field. You know the hashes there on the field?
Yeah.
When you're on the left hash and you're trying to throw it to the right sideline, the last thing you want to do is be late on the throw.
Right.
Because you got too much field to cover, too much time.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to make a play on the ball.
Yeah, it's getting picked.
And that's exactly what Howard did. He just sat on the route. It was an out route. He sat on it and picked it off.
Done deal.
So that wasn't good. Herbert had a couple of throws that he was late on in this game. He didn't look particularly great, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is probably his worst game yet. But I also felt like the Chargers ran the damn ball.
They were in run mode, bro.
So much. I don't know if they just liked the matchup that they thought they were going to have, but man, they were just.
You know, I don't like an attempt to come back from 14-0 with a hold the clock time run game, offense. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it didn't to me either.
Yeah, you got to air it out. You got to put points on the board. You got to do some shit that you normally wouldn't do. You got to get into your 4-down bag. And, we've seen it against, there's a couple of teams out there that you play that you have to score points against to win.
Absolutely.
Period.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we've seen teams not be down. We've seen teams go up against Kansas City and do fake fucking punts.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Like do all kind of crazy shit early in the game.
You got to go for the kill, man.
0-0. You're getting the kickoff. You're
right.
going at the first possession. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to put your foot on their throat. And that's not what I've seen from them today, man. The Chargers, they just seem like they just seem like they just wanted to they just seemed like they wanted to casually win and get back into the game, and it just didn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, it really didn't. Yeah. And it felt like they almost were trying too hard not to panic too early.
Right.
To try to stick to their game plan, but at the same time they could have showed a little bit of urgency and let Herbert move the ball down the field. Now I will say this. The secondary for the Dolphins is fucking good. It's really, really good. They did a great job doubling Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
And he really didn't make any plays until late in the game when it was like 26-14.
Right.
And he scored that late touchdown.
Yeah. And it's over and done with by then. Yeah,
they had a chance to kick an onside kick, which if they would have had some timeouts left, they could have kicked the ball off. There was 2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, it was a minute 40 seconds left at that point.
Yeah, and tried to force a punt. But it is what it is there, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm calling some coding errors, if you will. You know what I mean, for lack of a better word. Those timeouts should have lasted them a little bit longer. I don't know what point that they felt like they had to use them before then. That mattered more than them lasting until the end of the game. I don't think there was any point that we watched in the highlights where a timeout mattered. You know what I mean?
No.
I'm sure that
I'd agree with you there.
I'm sure that they did, but not all three of them.
Well, yeah, and that was in the whole. I mean, we watched the whole condensed game. So for anybody who doesn't know, we recently just got NFL All Access.
Big upgrades.
So we have. Access to the all 22 film,
all access,
which shows all 22 players on the field on every play. It has the goal, the end zone view, and it's like the coaches film. It's what the coaches and what the players use to watch film on.
We in the skybox, bro.
Yeah, right. And then we also have the condensed game, which is every play put into 45 minutes. So that's what we've been watching.
Lightning mode. And that's exactly what we were watching. And during that 45 minutes it's not just the highlights. It's every single play, one after the other. And during those clips, I literally did not see one situation after halftime where they should have drained those timeouts. They would have needed them. And they would have came in handy at the end of the game to give them one last 45-second shot down the field. For sure.
It's pretty cool. DiLorenzo's Pizza from New Jersey. My cousin.
What's up, DiLorenzo's Pizza? Big shout out to
They need to give me some money.
Yes. Holler at a sponsor time.
You're using my fucking name like that. So Justin Herbert finished 20 for 32 with 187 yards, 2 touchdowns, and that one interception. That late throw that he was just
Yeah, just across the field, sideways, backwards.
Laid on.
Fucking, yeah.
And then that Keelan Ballage had 18 carries for 68 yards, 5 catches for 34 yards. So, and then Keenan Allen had 3 catches for 39 yards and a touchdown, but he had 7 targets. So I'm telling you, they did a fantastic job bracketing him, doubling him up, and just eliminating him from the game plan. I felt like it was obvious early and often that was their game plan, was to take him out of the game and make Herbert beat them with other weapons. And right now they just don't have a bunch of weapons to do that with. They're 2-7.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah, I don't think good.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
No, I was just going to say, I don't think that this was a winnable game for them. You know what I mean? With being down that much, that early, I think that the way that they played and the style that they came at this one with, I don't think that there was any way at all without a fifth quarter that they would have been able to come back and win.
That's really
what they
it.
needed. A little bit more time, they might have been able to do it. But, you know, and if you're trying to hurry up and catch back up and then put enough pressure on them where you shut down their momentum and keep them from scoring, because Miami's still out there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
It's I didn't see it, man. I didn't see it. I liked what I saw from Miami. They were beatable. They definitely were a beatable team. It's not like they played lights out football or anything.
But you know what, man? I know they do. They definitely do look beatable, because to me, their offense is not electric.
Right.
It's methodical and it's calculated, but it's not electric.
Exactly.
To me, their defense and their special teams. Their special teams is
Very
fucking
special.
Electric.
Very special.
Blocking a kick, or blocking a punt, getting it at the opponent's 2, cashing that in for a touchdown. Last week they had either a blocked punt or a field goal or a fumble that was returned for a touchdown.
Yep.
The week before that, they had a punt return for touchdowns.
Yep.
So, like, every week, their special teams is making a play.
And defense been cracking, too. I think in that first game, it was a defensive pick 6, wasn't there, in the first game?
Yep.
Then Tua came back. So, yeah, it's like
every
you can't
week.
count on that. You know what I mean? Because it's just not normal for that to consistently be the reason that you win games. You need your offense. You know what I mean? You need your offense to light it up. So eventually that's going to come to a point where that slows down a little bit. But as of right now, special teams and defense have been holding it the fuck down. And Miami's been taking advantage of it.
They really have.
Shouts out
it's
to
a
them.
whole team win for them every time. It's not like one side of the ball does, carries them.
Who they playing against last?
Tua finished with, hold on real quick. Tua finished with 15 of 25, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns.
It's beatable stats.
Yep, nothing crazy.
No.
And then he had 6 carries
for -1 yard.
For -1 yard. Yep. So they definitely, I mean, they looked really good. They're 6-3. Don't want to take anything away from them, but
I can think of 5 teams off the top of my head right now that'll smoke.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They play the Steelers.
Smoke.
I don't know what's going to happen. So this week they play the Denver Broncos. So that's a winnable game for them.
Yeah, it'll be a solid
game. It's a winnable game. Drew Lock coming off his terrible 4 interception performance.
That's ugly.
Drew looked terrible. I don't think Drew Lock's going to be their starting quarterback next year, but we'll see what happens. I mean, and I already see – I hate doing this because I look at the lines too early in the week, and then I make bets, and then shit changes, and then I get fucked. And I need to just wait it out until Sunday morning. But I already see
Sunday
stuff.
Live, which is one of my favorites.
Right?
Sunday Live is it, bro.
And I like some of the lines already. Like the Arizona Cardinals are playing Seattle Seahawks on Thursday night. Arizona's fate is the underdog. They're getting 3.5 points. And they just had that crazy Hail Mary that we're going to talk about later in the show.
Wow.
So I really like that.
They're the underdogs against Seattle?
They're the underdogs against Seattle. Yep.
What did Seattle lose? Lose last week.
Last 2 games.
Yeah.
And then
you like the gun.
The Bengals are 1.5 point underdogs to the Washington football team. I like that.
I do too.
Washington's trash.
Yeah, I like the Bengals to win that game.
New England Patriots are only 2.5 point favorites over the Houston Texans. I like them to win by 3. They just beat the Baltimore Ravens, and we're going to talk about that game later in the show.
A football game last Monday, if you ask me. I was
a great
very
game.
Satisfied with what I saw on the field that day.
And then you have The Dolphins, we already talked about that game.
Who's playing the Cowboys?
The Minnesota Vikings. And the Minnesota Vikings are favored by 7.5.
That's pretty solid.
And then, oh my goodness, here's another one. The Indianapolis Colts and the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers are the underdog, and they're getting 2.5 points. Anytime you can take Aaron Rodgers in points, you fucking take it.
Yeah,
so,
that's a real solid one there.
I can already see, bets that I like.
But like you said, it's early.
It's way too early.
Yeah,
you don't want to.
A lot of shit can change between now and Sunday.
You don't want to do anything yet. Would I go put $1 on it right now? Potentially.
Right, of course.
Am I doing it right now? Yeah. Potentially.
Did I do it already earlier today? Potentially.
But it's like, fuck, man. And here's another thing too. I mean, sometimes you can get lucky, and like before the sharps and everybody starts hammering their money on it, and before the line changes.
Yeah.
That's why I do like to check, because if there's
right.
if there's something that you like that will end up changing later, because I wouldn't be surprised if after some money starts coming in and bets are placed, I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers switch and go to the favorite. And if you had them getting money, well then you're winning.
Good place.
Right. And then the Chiefs are playing the Raiders again.
The Chiefs are the underdogs right now.
The Raiders beat the Chiefs before.
Yeah,
they
are on a fucking undefeated home stretch too.
As of right now, the Chiefs are favored to win by 7.
The Chiefs are favored?
Yeah, they're -7 right now.
I could have swore earlier today they were fucking underdogs by a little bit, but that could have been earlier today.
Yeah, and they might have been. Yeah. They might have been. But yeah, this is a 4-teamer that I just threw in there right now. The Cardinals +3.5, the Cincinnati Bengals +1.5. The Patriots -2.5, and the Packers +2.5.
Okay.
And that puts it at +1,121.
Damn. 4 teams?
Yep.
I love it.
Yep. 4 teams. I'm putting $1 on it. Literally $1.
Oh man, that's a solid one.
That's it. Hey, maybe I'll add some more to it later if it goes well after the first game. We'll see. But enough of the betting shit. We'll get to that later. I didn't want to bore you guys with that real quick. I just wanted to see that. If you're watching this right now, it says that there's 2 people in here. So if you're watching it, go ahead and put something in the live chat. Let us know you listening. We appreciate you.
Where you from, listener?
We love you.
Definitely. Big love.
Big
love. The biggest love.
Take a drink of my beer.
Do it.
Take a drink of my beer. I got to say this, though. I watched the last episode of Pittsburgh Dad. He's fucking slacking, man. It was like a 2-minute episode and it sucked. So he needs to go back to the drawing board and do something a little better. Did you have anything else you wanted to add on the Miami game?
No, not on Miami. I mean, like I said, winnable game for both teams. At the end of the day, they were both kind of beatable. Special teams and defense, he did what they were supposed to do on Miami's side. Brought it back early, put them in a good position to win, and that's what they did. They came through with the dub. I wouldn't be afraid to bet against them next week. It's not like I'm saying go put all your money on Miami right now. It's scary.
Well, they're playing Denver, so put all your money on them.
Okay. All right. That's who they were going up against next week?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a solid bet.
Yeah.
Solid bet. But still, you know what I mean? We got to keep an eye on them and see if their offense turns it up a little bit. That's all.
I agree. They need, to play devil's advocate, their offense hasn't had to do anything.
That's true.
So they haven't had to take any risks.
That's true.
And they've had these games, been in control of these games.
Yeah, that's literally what I said. What I said that first game, whenever Tua came back or came into play, I was like, we can't be mad at not being able to see what he's all about.
Because
I was
hating.
Play.
Because I was hating because he only had like 96 yards or something.
Right.
And you're like, well, he didn't have to, bro.
Yeah, I was literally saying the same thing. And right now it's the same situation. You know what I mean? He really didn't have to do much.
He didn't. And the only other thing that I had on them was I just have to give a lot of credit to Brian Flores.
Okay.
He's their coach. He used to be the defensive coordinator in New England under Bill Belichick.
Okay.
And he's just one of these guys that we're seeing start to have success.
One of them ones.
Coming out of Belichick's coaching tree.
Listen, I mean, I'm definitely saying that Miami's a team to keep your eye on. If they light up on the offensive side, bro.
Last year, I could tell.
Ugly.
I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell last year they started to make a run towards the end of the year, and you could tell
Yeah.
that they were a well-coached football team, and they are.
Yeah.
They make plays when they have to make a play.
Yeah.
And they
Shit's
don't
about to get lit.
take like crazy dumb penalties.
Yeah.
Like the Chargers,
Mm-hmm.
they were shooting themselves in the foot left and right. They had how many penalties? They had the offsides on a field goal to give up a first down to let them score. Like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They had several times later in the game with false starts and just secondary penalties. So you can tell Anthony Lynn is not the greatest coach. And yeah, they got out coached, they got outplayed.
Yep.
They got out everything.
Yep.
29-21 final score.
Shouts out to Miami.
Miami covers the spread.
Keep your eye on them for next week.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go. We off to we're taking a break, or we just going right into it?
So what's the next? Well, here's the thing. So we got a couple of minutes left until break time, but I think we should just call it early, take the break now, and then we can restart the next segment, at least on the audio platform.
Yeah, we'll do 320s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And just go to the next game, because the next one's going to be the Steelers and the Bengals, and I'll probably have the least to say about this, just because I've noticed that whenever I do a lot of Steeler heavy stuff in the episodes, they don't get as many listens.
Okay.
Because I feel like people a little bit of hating on the Steelers out there, which is cool. It's cool. We're a sports fan, so I don't want to favorite the Steelers just because I'm a Steelers fan.
Right.
So this will help me keep me honest. It does. Keep it light. Having this NFL All Access and being able to watch these games like this, like if you guys go to my Twitter, I've literally posted, I don't even know how many, I could look, but probably 6 or 7 clips that I've screen recorded watching the game and put the play out with a breakdown of what I've liked on the play.
Like that.
Go over that. Check it out at Logan D. Lorenzo.
Yeah, there you go.
The Man Cave Sports Talk podcast.
Please check it out.
Hit us up on Twitter. We got a Facebook group. The same thing, the Man Cave Sports Talk podcast.
TMC Sports Podcast.
And we got a Facebook page.
Yes.
Which is what?
At TMC Sports Podcast.
Yahtzee.
That's it.
So go to all fucking 3. Don't go to 1. Go to all 3.
Yeah, you got 4 now.
We'll see you there. Go to 4. All 4.
YouTube, bro.
Go to the YouTube.
That's what I'm talking about. We're right now. Go to YouTube and check us out too, man.
All right. So here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Here's what we got to do. All right.
Yep. We're shutting it all down. We're breaking it into 3 episodes.
We have to get something dope. That's, I don't care what team it is, what it is. We got to get a jersey or something from an up-and-coming player of the league that everybody likes.
On my Mahomes jersey or something.
And we got to put it on as a giveaway once we hit like 500 YouTube subscribers. Okay. So like in order to get an entry, you have to subscribe to the YouTube page. Right. And then we'll do a drawing and we'll pull names. Yeah. And whoever wins, we'll send you the giveaway. So that's what we're gonna put together. You're gonna have to follow us on Twitter.
What jersey you want to get? Can it be a Steelers jersey?
It can be whatever. Right. How about this? How about we do this? How about we put up a poll?
Okay. On Twitter.
For who the jersey is.
All right.
See who they want.
Juju, Mahomes, Tua. You put some names out there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We'll
4 or 5 names.
Yeah, like Aaron Donald. We'll do a couple names and we'll put them up there.
Henry. Yeah, that'd be a good jersey to have.
Derrick Henry, that is a good jersey
I like
to have.
That. Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins. So yeah, we'll put a couple up and see who you guys want.
And then if you're one of our first 500 subscribers.
Yep.
We poll it. We'll do the random drawing
out of those 500 people.
I like what I'm hearing from you, bro. I like what I'm hearing. You guys got to just get started now. If you're one of the early ones, man, you might get priority treatment. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we might
I might just reach down in there and look for the number 1 name. You know, who knows?
Truth.
And jump down in there.
Truth. And, well, I subscribe, so you can't be number 1. But
you want New Jersey, bro? You know? You want New Jersey? Get a picture, brother. So just jump in. Like the YouTube. YouTube's going to be lit where it's at from here on out, especially with like being able to see us and talk to us and get on these lives now. Because whenever we start watching stuff live with the
it was so much fun,
bruh. When we start watching stuff live with the NFL All Access Pass now, game changer. We'll be able to literally go 3 or 4 games at a time live with you simultaneously.
That'd be sick.
We're not fucking playing around, dude. Like it's going down this week. So get in there, get lit. We're gonna take our break. We'll be right back on the podcast, and we'll make a last second decision whether or not we're gonna be right back on YouTube. 3, 2, peace.
YouTube, what up?
Hey, YouTube. Get to the podcast.
What did you work today?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you?
Man, Chipotle chicken sandwich. They got rid of the panini one that they had back in the day.
Fuck
and
them.
They got an avocado Chipotle one now. I just get it without the avocado on it.
Okay.
Type the same. They don't grill it like the panini though. So it's like
not as good.
It's not. The panini one was fire. This shit's kind of type trash a little bit compared to it.
Shit. All right, so check it out. We went to Arby's today, right?
I'm thinking Arby's.
Because Arby's is fire. Like if you'd have never listened to the podcast before, I really like the Pat McAfee show.
Big shout outs to Pat.
You know,
especially since we're on YouTube now. We
got
3 people and
Truth.
4 people and
let's go. Good. So because I like that so much, I've been going there. And so
side note, real quick, I want to interrupt you. Remember where you were just at? We're definitely talking football. We're taking a little break in between our podcasts to talk some regular life. You know what I mean? So we're just talking about where we went to lunch for the week, talking about some shout outs to Pat McAfee. We'll be back with our football recaps in a couple of seconds.
We lost somebody. Sorry.
Fuck that person.
Yeah, sorry about your luck, bro. And fuck you too.
We get back at it. All right.
We should just stick to football, huh?
No. Where do we talk about it?
So anyway, yeah.
Arby's.
So we went to fucking Arby's.
Because that's football talk anyway.
And so you spent $20
for
Panera on lunch for yourself.
Yeah, big dub.
At Arby's. We got Anthony, the 2-piece chicken tender kids meal.
Yeah.
We got the 2 for $5 chicken bacon cheddar sandwiches.
Fire.
Curly fries, 4-piece cheese sticks.
Uh-huh.
Large drink with the coupon.
Oh shit.
$12.
No fucking way.
Swear to God, bro. Spend $12
on it?
$12.
God damn.
Crazy. Arby's is the shit.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's good. It is really, really good.
Waterfront.
It is really, really good.
The waterfront, I got everything down there except for Arby's.
It is really, really good. It is really, really good.
The waterfront, I got everything down
there. Yeah, fuck those people for leaving, man.
Yeah,
what's up with that?
Georgia brownage out there, bro.
So, all right, let's just get right back into it then. Fuck them.
I got it like a crack at it.
You know what I mean?
Oh, they back. What up, champion?
All right, ready? Let's start this.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Cave Squad. We back in the house. What's good? We have some serious business to talk about on the second half of this episode, bro.
What's next?
Oh, my goodness, bro. You want to go straight to, you know where we from. Turn my hat around a couple times real quick and let them know.
Hey.
So I know where we from.
Hey, go ahead and comment in the live chat if your team is undefeated.
You got to be from around here. Let us know what spot you're in. We Penn Hills, Monroeville, Pittsburgh.
So here's the thing.
Upper St. Clair.
I don't want to spend too much time on this game just because it probably gets annoying with me talking about the Steelers so much on the podcast. But listen,
I don't
man.
think so, but the rest of them do. So.
I'm really sick of the Steelers not getting any respect. Like, I usually don't care about it. I usually don't care about this at all.
Yeah.
But, I just see too many times people are saying that Big Ben is holding the team back and putting the Chiefs ahead of us. I understand that the Chiefs, I might actually think the Chiefs are better as a Steelers fan, but we're fucking undefeated. How can you not put us as the best team when the Chiefs have lost?
That's debatable.
And
that's debatable.
And the Chiefs lost to the Raiders.
No, that's debatable.
I disagree.
No, because you just said it yourself. You might think that the Chiefs is better too anyway.
I might.
I do too. You know what I mean?
I might not at the same time.
If we went up against the Chiefs tomorrow and you had to put your paycheck on it, who's you putting it on?
Oh.
And I'm talking that whole paycheck, the one without the taxes taken out.
I don't know.
The whole thing.
I don't know. I probably put it on the Chiefs.
Goddamn Chiefs, boy. Imagine Mahomes going to light motherfucking Pittsburgh up. But
I don't think so.
But We could be wrong on that.
I
You know
don't
what I'm
know.
saying? Yeah, that's a tough game to call.
I want to
It
see
really
them.
is.
I want to see them play so bad.
I do too.
I want to see them play
I do too. That
because I want
crazy.
the Steelers to win, and I want it to just shut everybody up. Like I don't want an easy route to the Super Bowl. Like let's say we get to the Super Bowl for some crazy reason,
and let's say we don't.
Right? Yeah. Let's say we don't play the Chiefs on the way to the Super Bowl.
They'll always have that asterisk in there.
Everybody will discount us.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, well, you never played anybody. That's all anybody can say now is you never played anybody. You never played anybody.
No, we
played the Titans. We played the Browns when they were really good. We played the Ravens. Right. Yeah. And everybody still says we haven't played anybody.
Yeah. No, we had some solid games this year, and we're going to keep having solid ones.
Have you ever heard of PFF? Pro Football Focus. So they watch from every game, and they grade every player. Based on their position. They don't know what the play call was, but based on their position, and they give players grades, and they have like thousands and thousands and thousands of subscriptions. It's kind of crazy how many subscriptions they have.
All right.
But they have a podcast too. And last week on their podcast, one of the hosts said that the Bengals were going to upset the Steelers, and this was going to be a franchise-defining win
for
the Bengals.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, for the Bengals. And you know what happened?
I've seen it.
And I went on Twitter and just looked after the game.
Yeah.
Yo, he was getting killed
People was giving
by Steelers fans. Oh my God.
Because that's why we don't bet on, because every single game is scary. You know all good things eventually come to an end. You know what I mean? You're not going to be on top.
Well,
every single game straight through.
Beat their ass. That wasn't a close game against Cincinnati.
No, and this is the point that I'm getting. That's different. Early season bye. We've been playing all fucking year straight through, dog dirty. True. You know what I mean? Like team's still kind of together. We haven't had too many crazy injuries. The team's held it down.
That's true.
And
knock on wood.
Yeah, the real knock on wood type shit.
Fuck.
But when we get to the place that we're at right now, you get a feeling. You get a feeling that no matter what team we're playing, there's always a chance that we could lose. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that whenever you're 6-4 and you're 7-3 or whatever. You don't have that. You just go off of like, this team's better than this team. They're going to beat their asses. Steelers right now undefeated. Every game you go into, it's like, is this going to be the one that breaks that fucking streak? You know what I'm saying?
True.
It could be anybody. It could be the fucking trash ass Jets. You seen what the shit looked like in the first half of that game?
True.
We was like, damn, is this going to be the ones that finally crack us? the team that don't got no wins yet for the fucking year? Like,
true.
And it's a little different whenever you're undefeated. That's why it's so scary for us. Whenever we go into every game, you gotta call against us at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's only been like 2 teams to go 16-0.
Yeah, one of them was real recently too, wasn't it?
The Patriots
were 16-0 recently. Yeah,
a couple, like maybe 10. I don't know how long it was, but yeah, within the last 10 years. And then the Dolphins in the 80s or 70s.
Is that really it?
Yeah, 2 teams. That's it.
Ever.
I
didn't know that.
It's so fucking hard to go undefeated, because once you get to a certain point, like where we are right now, especially 9-0, going into your 10th game, every team wants to take that O from you.
That's what I mean. Like they play different.
Yeah,
when they
you
come
got that
you.
bullseye on your back.
Literally.
So
motherfuckers want to be the one. Like you said, you
look at Dallas.
Bruh.
Right. That would have been like their season signature win, right? If they could have beat us.
Literally.
And it would be that for the Jaguars too. We're playing the Jaguars this week.
And that's another team that
can
just
it could be
randomly pop us. Like, so it's I understand whenever people say, oh, this team might crack us this week, because it's not a matter of like we're out here trying to go for 16-0. The Steelers don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the weird thing about the Steelers. They don't talk about that in the locker room.
Yeah, they definitely
don't give a fuck about that shit. They are trying to play the best football game that they can play that's right in front of them against whoever they're playing in front of them.
And no lie, I don't think they have played their best football game yet.
I don't think so either. I think they've played their best half of football.
Agreed.
Yet. I've seen a fucking first half against who was it?
The Titans.
Oh my goodness,
ridiculous!
Bro. They balled in that first half.
Yeah.
And if they played like that straight through, bro, nobody fucks with them.
Even the second half of the Ravens game.
Yes. Yes.
It was really good.
Absolutely. We'll see them on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So, shout out to Thanksgiving, man.
And here's the thing. If we beat them on Thanksgiving night, we could eliminate them from any possibility of them winning the division.
So they could just be completely out. It would just be the Browns left.
Yes.
With a chance to get in a wild card spot.
Well, no. So they could still make the playoffs. They just have no chance of winning the AFC North, the division.
Okay.
That's the Steelers, the Ravens, the Browns, and the Bengals.
Steelers, Ravens, Browns, and Bengals.
Yep, that's the AFC North.
So nobody can beat us if we beat them, because they're second place, right?
Well, they're second place, but they have the same record as the Browns.
So the Browns,
and we've only played the Browns once.
So
if we lost to the Browns the second time, and we lost every game from here on out, and the Browns won every game from here on out, technically they could win the division. Right. So, but on Thanksgiving night, we knock out the Ravens from having any chance to win the division. I've been saying this since last year. No matter what, no team has ever won the AFC North ever in its existence, even before it was the AFC North.
Oh, shit.
No team has ever won it 3 years in a row.
And that's what we're going for?
And the Ravens won it the last 2 years.
Okay.
So I said even going into this year, there's no way they're going to win it a third time. It has never happened.
It just don't happen.
And I didn't think that Lamar Jackson was going to be the quarterback to do it.
You know what? When I see him play, I think that he's really, really capable quarterback. And I think that he's a solid dude against a lot of teams. I don't see him beating us on Thanksgiving.
Man, I really hope you're right. If we can shut him down, because listen, man, if we can shut down that run game and force him to pass, there's no way he's beating us passing the ball. He's not beating anybody in the NFL passing the ball, honestly.
I think that we're the one team that really knows how to force him to make a lot of mistakes.
Yep, we really do.
You know what I mean? Like we really put him in a position to just hold the ball, fall to the ground, and just say, fuck it. Like, I can't do nothing with this one. They're all covered. Like
5 interceptions in 2 games against us.
Bro, I mean, they don't want it like they used to. You know what I mean? That's why they went up against Tennessee like they did. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, get a new rivalry or something.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, get somebody else, because we're not the ones anymore.
We're not Do you know who Rich Eisen is? Mm-hmm. He has the Rich Eisen show on, I think, ESPN or I don't know, somewhere. It's like a big time show.
Mm-hmm.
He had Lamar Jackson on his show this past week before the Patriots game.
What did he say?
So Rich Eisen asked Lamar, do you feel like, just coming from the eye test, things don't seem like they're coming as easy for you this year?
Yeah.
He literally said, defenses are calling out our plays.
You know what? I saw that on Google pop up on my thing. I didn't know that was the podcast that you're talking about. But he definitely said he played against the Steelers, and the Steelers were one of the teams that said, like, we saw him do this earlier in the fucking game, and we knew where he was going to be, and we did the same play again, and boom, interception. So it's like, what is that all about? Are they just fucking being repetitive with their shit? Because, I mean, a lot of their plays get broken up and changed into a quarterback run anyway. So how the fuck are they following that along?
They have a very, 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 very simple offense, yes. That's very true, they do. Yeah. Okay, but how hard is it when you're on defense, right? I mean, there's only so many things it could be.
Yeah.
Like, oh, watch the run. Right. Oh, watch the pass. Like, and he said that's all they're saying. Right. I just called out, your play.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has to be one or the other. But when you can get more specific, like Troy could, and you could start calling out, numbers and players.
Like this is going to 38.
Right, of who's getting the ball, and then shut it down. That's more impressive to me.
Yeah.
So the fact that he just said that, to me, it's not really a huge concern.
Right.
But their offense is very simple. And whenever he goes to make those reads on his little run, not his RPO. Well, kind of is an RPO, but his little read option. He's reading the defense, so he's reading the defensive end, whether he's going left or right.
Right.
So for you to call it out, like he doesn't even know yet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if they crash down, he's going to keep it, and if they don't, he's going to give it.
And if you call it out, he can pick right there what he wants to
he
do.
can pick the other one.
He can change it up. Right.
So to me, when they had Marshall, here's the problem to me, is their offensive line. When they had Marshall Yanda before he retired, he was one of the most dominant guards in the NFL. Period.
Time back there.
He's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer.
All right.
When you're running behind him, there's a difference.
Yeah.
To when now you have guys who are not him, and then you also have those guys get hurt.
Yeah.
So like you thought you had him replaced, and then that guy gets hurt, and now you're using your backup.
Very true.
When you have a running back playing quarterback essentially. They run
against the best defense in the world.
Exactly, and they run too many of the same formations.
Yeah.
Without running different plays out of the same formation.
Right.
Like that's how they're able to call the play. Like, oh, I know this formation. Yeah. I know the split.
They step into an eye, they know that they're coming straight up the fucking gut. It's not going to be a pitch. It's not going to be a fucking end around. It's just going to be a fucking gut run.
And they know whenever certain wide receivers line up where they're lined up that it's going to be a pass and 2-2 and
you know who he's comfortable with.
So it's not terribly difficult to figure out.
No, it's not. And I definitely remember him talking about that. And shouts out to that pod. What was it again? What was dude's name?
Rich Eisen
podcast show, ESPN, big time. Don't even need a shout out, but shout out to him. Anyway.
He's on TV, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout us out one day.
Yeah, shout us out, fuck boy. Swear, man.
It's let's talk about that game. You know what I mean, for a little bit, because I mean, how did that shit end up for him,
bro? for Lamar, this past game, So obviously they lost to the fucking Patriots, but it's still Bill Belichick. So I don't know. To me, I wasn't like all that surprised. I mean, I guess I kind of was a little bit, but not terribly surprised. The only thing I was really surprised about was that Willie Snead, their wide receiver, after the game, he said, "Oh, it had a lot to do with the weather, but we have to overcome that." Like, hey, dummy. Yeah, you fucking have to overcome it. You just answered your own statement.
Yeah, we're not with no excuses like that.
And guess what?
Yeah.
The Patriots just played in the same fucking weather.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, no, we all from up here.
Right.
This is 4 seasons a year up around these parts, bro. You get the winter, you get the snow, you get the rain.
Right, exactly.
It's cold. If you ain't used to that, then go sit the fuck down somewhere.
Right. Get traded or get cut.
Bill Belichick played a hell of a game, and he definitely was doing his thing this time. I think that the one thing that I noticed about Cam and Bill and the whole offense is that from the stories that I'm hearing about the locker room talk, the locker room doesn't sound anything like what we sound like out here. We out here are saying, Cam, what the fuck? You know what I mean? What are you doing? Is he done? Is he trash? Like, he could do better, blah, blah, blah. In the locker room,
they love him.
They like, man, this dude is like coming in, and I'm lucky to get a chance to see a quarterback like this take over for Tom Brady, and he's settling into his leadership position really well. And it's amazing to watch Cam do what he does. Like, they're praising him in the locker room as far as his transition. So what I'm thinking is that they're playing chess over in New England.
Well, they always are. They always are
not playing the same game that the rest of us are playing. They're playing the long game, bro, and they're just slowly but surely piecing Cam Newton's like brain cells together and getting him the mentality of the game that he needs to be able to think like a Patriot. And once he gets that ingrained in him, bro,
I don't think you're wrong at all. I don't think you're wrong at all.
I think it's over.
And I think if they could have beat the Bills, when they lost and like Cam fumbled towards the end of the game when they were in field goal range to tie.
Yep.
If they could have beat the Bills in that game, they would still be in contention to win that division.
Absolutely.
So they're not far out.
They're not.
They could still make the playoffs.
They definitely could still make the playoffs. And after what I saw last week of Cam being able to pick apart those, that my least favorite thing in football is like the check down, right? I feel like sometimes it's a cop out for a play that could have been made. You got all-star wide receivers out there, air it out, give them a chance to make the play on the ball. Don't check it down on 3rd and fucking 6 and check it down to a 4-yard pass and then hope that he's going to fucking make it. Like, he's not. You know what I mean? Like, air it out and go get you 15, 20 yards on that play.
So you hate watching the Steelers play, huh?
Bro, oh my goodness, bro. It like drives me crazy. It does, bro. But it's not beyond me that that's an important part of the game. Like,
Right.
It's not, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm not like sitting here saying that it's dumb to do, but I just feel like it's just like a fucking cop out sometimes. I never seen what you want me at? I never seen my fault. Technical difficulties. 1 second. Like, I don't know what you need me to do.
Let me see your phone.
Okay, yeah. You got it, champ.
Right. Sorry,
But,
you never seen
you all good. I never seen Cam so far in this season control his check down the way that he had in that game against the Ravens.
He was very accurate.
Oh my goodness, bro. Like, he was literally, he was going for his wide, then he checked down to his mid, and then he just saw that open person right there 6 yards away. Boom.
Putting it on him.
Automatic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that Tom Brady was really good at, bro. You know what I mean? He was good at those spot passes, like we used to say.
Yep.
Catch the ball, drop it right where you are, line back up, let's get busy again. I would like to see them rush the offense a little bit more. I'd like to see Cam get a little bit more knowledgeable about the plays and be able to call him on his own out there a little bit and be able to do his own thing. But aside from that,
you can definitely tell that he's getting more comfortable. And that they're getting more comfortable with him.
For sure.
And it's could be scary for everybody.
Very.
And they don't even have their best defensive player playing right now. He's hurt. Stephon Gilmore, the corner. He's hurt. So, and did you see the one deep ball that Lamar threw in that game? On their second best corner, J.C. Jackson.
I can't remember it off the top of my head.
Down the right sideline. Got intercepted.
Yeah, okay. I remember that one.
Yep.
I remember that one.
So, I mean, Lamar, he can't push the ball downfield.
No, he can't. And that's a problem. You know,
he can hit the check down.
Yeah.
And he can run like hell.
Yes, he can.
But he cannot push the ball downfield consistently.
He needs to. They need to have a whole week's worth of practice on pass interference, deep balls.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Throw it down there and just throw it far enough to where it's just out of reach for both of them.
The pass
and get the PI. You know what I mean? Yep. And then that will put him in position to be able to throw a lot more passes down there to get a little bit more comfortable with it.
Even if they intercept it and he can get that pass interference first.
Yeah.
It doesn't count.
It's the same outcome. You know what I mean? Like,
so fuck
the receivers know what to do.
And get the receiver, get a pass interference call.
The receivers know what to do. The corners are going to fucking grab them. You know what I mean? They're playing fucking rumble tumble defense out there. You're going to get the call. The refs are fucking definitely going to throw the flag. They're out there they like to be on TV or some shit this year.
Right.
Like, it's like literally their favorite thing to do. So that's what I would like to see a little bit more. But Cam, scary game, bro. It was a lightweight game. And
I loved it.
It was methodical and calculated.
I loved it.
But if you were really paying attention to what was going on, it was scary. I don't doubt that there'll be back-to-back wins.
I loved it, man. I loved it.
Yeah,
I really did. I really enjoyed seeing the Ravens lose. They're at 6-3 now, which puts the Steelers 3.5 games ahead of them.
Let's fucking go.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Lamar was 24 for 34, 249 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
What did he run?
That interception killed him. 11 rushes for 55 yards, and he led the team.
That's a shame. That's not good. That's not.
Well, that's why they were playing from behind.
Yeah.
So their running backs only had 7, 5, and 5. That's not enough. No, that's not enough carries.
It's not, bro. It's not. Especially
they're a running team.
Especially when you have 0 points in the first quarter and 0 points in the fourth quarter by both teams. So I mean, that's just a lot of possessions with
nothing,
no outcome,
nothing,
no field goal range, no nothing. You guys weren't even able to run your way down the fucking.
They couldn't run the ball.
Line.
They needed to run the ball, and they couldn't. They got behind, and
that's bad.
That was it.
That's bad. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. These stats are telling me a story of
and that was
a team that needs some work.
And look at Cam, 13 for 17,
Bro,
super
did you see that
efficient.
fucking pitch to Jacoby Myers?
Bruh, and the throw. Bruh.
That shit was nasty.
And what amazes me is that
Oh,
Bill
my God.
always knows whenever like a player used to play quarterback and he can
Yeah.
use him to his advantage.
Bro, he threw that
That throw
motherfucker
was
into his
perfect.
pocket,
That throw was
bro.
perfect. It was perfect.
He got his 3 defenders on him too. Like, oh, my man down there.
Perfect.
Bro, I was so lit watching that play. I was like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. 13, 17, 118 yards. That's trash stats. That's seriously terrible stats for the way that game went. Yeah, I would have thought he would have had a lot more going on.
Super efficient, though. 13 of 17.
Absolutely.
That's really good.
11 carries for 21 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yep.
And count on him for a touchdown every game.
Yep, for sure. For sure.
Definitely
This is the big thing right here. Damian Harris.
Yeah.
22 carries, 122 yards. They pounded them out.
Yes, they did.
Held the ball, pounded them out.
And then did what they needed to do
Ran
in the
it
red
out.
zone. Because, he didn't get any touchdowns. Damian Harris didn't. So we're looking at, what is Burkhead, the tight end?
No, he's a running back. He caught the receiving touchdown from Jacoby Myers.
Beautiful.
And then Cam's only touchdown pass was also to him.
Okay.
Yep.
So they're taking advantage of their red zone.
And then Cam had a rushing touchdown, and then they kicked a field goal.
Love it. Well, they didn't miss an extra point somewhere?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it just says field goals. He was 1 for 1.
20 yards.
3. He only had 5 points. So that means, or they went for 2 and didn't get it.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah.
Yep. I missed that part. But, yeah. So 23-17 was the final. The Ravens are 4-5, the Ravens are 6-3, and the Patriots are 4-5.
On their way to a fucking 500 season next year.
It's great for us.
Yeah.
It's all good news for the Steelers.
Love it.
They're the number 1 seed right now. They'd get a little bye.
They're number 1 with that fucking record.
Who?
Patriots.
No, Steelers.
You said the Steelers are number 1
seed. Yeah, Steelers are number 1 seed in the AFC. Yep.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
He used to say that, James. Gotcha. Motherfucker.
Little bitch.
What else was lit that day? Let me check our time on the podcast real quick. Podcast, we got 5 more minutes over here.
All right, take a break.
Yes, sir.
What the hell? Oh, we definitely taking a break. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Peace. The fuck was that, YouTube?
Shit was scary, YouTube. YouTube. Oh.
Golden. All right, what other game we got left?
We talked about our Baltimore game. We talked about
Dolphins, Chargers. Talked about
Steelers,
Bengals a little bit.
That's it. Those are the ones that we wanted to jump on. Do a quick little run through real quick of all the shit that was that week. We had Browns, Bucks, Jags, Packers,
Cardinals, Bills. Gotta go over the Cardinals and Bills.
Oh yeah, that was the Hail Mary.
Yep.
Come with me.
Click on that bitch.
Hail Mary, run quick, see. What do we have here now?
Oh, you're gonna ride it out.
Teacher Reese's pack with promise makers. We're about to get hit for a fucking.
So look, they put in a story mode on Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Like Facebook got.
Yeah, it's called Fleet.
Here, fleet us real quick. What that's just called?
Yeah, these are fleets. That's Pat McAfee playing hockey.
With some high ass shorts, bro. What the fuck, Pat?
Yeah, right.
What are you wearing, bro? Legs all smooth and shit.
He's wearing jorts.
Some hair on the motherfucker.
He said, "Is this the first knuckle puck fleet ever?"
No.
He's ridiculous. He's just ridiculous, man. He's ridiculous.
If you're watching, like and subscribe.
Look at that.
Be lit.
Like and subscribe to that.
Damn.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like and subscribe. Mm-hmm.
9-0. All right. So yeah, that's dope. I just need to see. Oh, we got it up right here.
But you didn't fleet us, bro. You're supposed to fleet us.
All right. I'm ready to rock and roll.
This dude's not gonna fleet it like you didn't hear me twice.
I don't know what. I'm not gonna fleet anything.
You don't fucking know how to do it.
All right, you want us to fleet? You want me to fleet us real quick?
Yeah, I want to fucking fleet.
All right. Let's fleet. Yeah.
We on that bitch?
Yeah, what do you want to do? Video or picture?
See picture. That was looking mad grainy. YouTube, check us out on Fleet.
Fleet. Fleet it. All right. And then I'll just record us as we're actually in the middle of our podcast.
You gonna fleet us again?
And I'll fleet it out, but I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
All right, no, just fleet that shit. Yeah, we need to be all over the place.
Let's go. All the fleets in the world.
Hey, fleet. Check us out on Fleet. Hey, we back at it like a crack addict. Shout out to the Cave Squad. Round 3, fight.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? This is the money round right here.
Yeah, we got a lot of shit to speak about, bro. We do. Tonight's a good one, bro. We had a fucking couple of games. If you didn't get to check us out on YouTube, go down to the channel, check us out. You'll be able to see the whole unedited video of the entire podcast. We talked Steelers, we talked Ravens, we talked Pats. Everything that
Dolphins,
was lit on
Cardinals.
Sunday. Dolphins,
we talked a little giveaway. Subscribe to the channel, might get a jersey.
Yeah, bro. Subscribe to the channel. First 500 subscribers. Once we hit that 500 spot, boom, we sending a jersey out to whoever gets picked in the random drawing. And it ain't gonna be no fake ass jersey from no place that you never heard of, man. We're talking big auth, and it could be. Depending on what the bag looks like. We get them sponsors by then. And, we might get a real jersey, but
you'll get a real one.
Getting a real one from the NFL shop.
You get the real stitched one.
Like, it's gonna be real heavy and real authentic. So it's coming soon. All right. So like and subscribe ASAP. But as of right now, shout out to that third person that's watching us, man. They've been in. Oh, you know what time it is?
What up?
What up, fourth person?
All right. What's the last game we got?
Last game that we got, man. We got to talk some Cardinal talk.
Peace. They left already. Fuck you.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Bitches. All right, they'll be back.
The other person left too.
Did they? Yeah. Fucking, I had enough now. All right, whatever. It's probably our fucking manager.
It was maybe because we said some fuck words.
Oh, maybe
as a kid.
We said that it was. We said it was adult content.
Oh, we did say it wasn't for kids. That's right.
Yeah, tricks ain't for kids, son.
It's all right.
We all good. Fuck that.
Yeah, whatever.
So, anyway,
we got the Bills and the Cards. This game was insane, bro.
We talking lights out. I didn't watch this one. I watched the highlights that we just seen, like the last little bit, and I saw the play in the highlights.
The play.
But I didn't see the game. How was the game?
I feel like neither team really deserved to win.
So they both should have lost.
But if a team did deserve to win, it was definitely the Cardinals. And here's why I say that.
That's weird to say on a 30-32 scoring game. It was a high scoring game.
Because they both made too many mistakes. Just too many mental errors and mistakes. Too many penalties, too many mistakes.
Picks total on the game.
Josh Allen was 32 of 49 for 284 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
2 picks.
Kyler Murray was 22 of 32, 245, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and then he had a touchdown rushing as well.
He had 2, didn't he?
2 touchdowns rushing. Yeah, so he had 3 touchdowns overall.
Lit.
Kenyon Drake also fumbled. So that's just too many turnovers either way, man. It went either way.
Interceptions.
Patrick Peterson dropped an interception, so Josh Allen really could have thrown 3 picks. I know at the very end of the game there was like 34 seconds left, and you saw that part.
Yeah, I did.
He threw a beautiful ball to Stephon Diggs to the left corner of the end zone.
You talking about the last one?
Yeah, and he caught it for the touchdown. Stephon Diggs gets up, celebrating. He says, "That's why you pay me."
Yes, sir.
And then what happened? Then the Cardinals went down, and they said, "That's why we pay Hopkins." And he went up over 3 people and said, "Give me that."
Disrespectful, bro.
That was super disrespectful.
Disrespectful, bro. Like, you want to come into a game and you want to literally earn your keep, and you want to shut somebody the fuck up. That's how you do it. I've never seen nobody get their lips zipped shut that fast.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
Nothing that you could say to him. Nothing you could say to him, bro.
Nothing.
The only thing you could say to him was,
he just ripped that ball out of the air.
Quiet down. I mean, like, literally, with 3 boys all over him.
Literally, all over him. So I mean, that was, that's why I say that the Cardinals just made a few more plays. They made a few less mistakes. Josh Allen in the 4th quarter threw that last interception. They really left a lot on the table. Mm-hmm. The Bills did. The Bills should have won this game if he didn't make this many mistakes by more, by 10 probably. Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
And his interceptions were at the worst times when they needed a score, and it just gave the Cardinals all the momentum. And oh man, no. And Murray just really took it. Murray really took advantage of it. He really did. Even with his legs, he had 11 carries for 61 yards and those two touchdowns.
2 tutties.
The first touchdown, the Bills were up pretty big.
Yeah.
And that one kind of got them back into it, and that one really turned the tide. After that, it was all Cardinals from there, and then the Bills came back again late and took the lead, and then the Cardinals threw that Hail Murray. Hail Murray.
Love it.
On the last play there.
You see why I always say, and I always say it. I mean, y'all can go back and you can check my record books. I say it all the time. Let the fucking receivers make a play. That's what they're out there for. Like, why check it down, bro? Stop checking it down. Air that shit out and let your receivers get busy. They know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, but the probability of making that catch.
I'm not saying do that every time. Definitely don't do that every time. You know what I mean? That's one out of 20. You know what I mean? Like, that's not going to happen. But if you got one-on-one coverage and you're just afraid because there's a dude close to your receiver, throw it to him, bro. Let him get busy. He knows how to fucking get it cracking out there.
Let him make a play.
Yeah, we don't want 4 or 5 yards down there on a 3rd and 6. I'm done with that. Them days are over. The receivers are too nasty, bro.
But at the same time, he's a receiver. He's too nasty. He can make a guy miss and pick that up.
You're saying he should be open?
He should be able to pick that up.
Yeah.
If it's a 3rd and 6 and he catches it at 4 yards,
pick that fucking
2 yards up.
But they're throwing that 3rd and 6 to the fucking running back. They're not even throwing it to the fucking receiver. They're checking it all the way down to their running back that just happens to be out on the outside a little bit, and boom, he's getting snatched up as soon as the fucking ball.
As soon as he catches it.
As soon as he touches it. So it's like, you're absolutely right. If they got a receiver or a strong ass tight end down there,
he definitely should pick it up.
Break for a couple extra yards for sure. But you're checking it down to your running back, man, and you're just fucking leaving fucking meat on the bone. That shit's annoying as fuck to me sometimes.
Look at that game he had, man. 7 catches, 127 yards,
average,
and a touchdown.
18. Average 18.
18 yards a catch.
Come on, bro.
To me, he's the best receiver in the league.
That's fire.
To me, he really is.
Antonio Brown ain't doing shit. So
I know there's a lot of guys that are close. I mean, Stephon Diggs is one of those guys that to me is kind of close.
Yeah, that was a fire game too.
10 catches, 93 yards, and a touchdown.
9.3 average per catch. Beautiful.
What's his name from Green Bay, Devontae Adams. He, to me, is also in the conversation. You probably got to put Julio Jones in the conversation.
Yeah, can't even talk about it without him.
And, I don't know who else I'd put in there. But those guys for sure. For sure.
Most definitely.
Maybe 2-3 years from now, you're putting Chase Claypool in that conversation, I hope.
Juju in that
motherfucker? Nah.
No?
Juju's Hines Ward.
Okay.
Hines Ward was never the best receiver in the league.
Shout out to Hines Ward.
But Hines Ward's the man.
Hines Ward is the man. Hines Ward would get what you needed when you needed it.
Exactly.
And smile about it.
Like, and that's Juju.
Yeah.
That's Juju.
Yeah.
So a couple things about that. Let me read it to you. So everybody talks about the Steelers and the Chiefs. We were just talking about this on the last segment.
Yeah.
Steelers are 9-0. Chiefs are 8-1.
Yep.
Everybody says that the Steelers haven't played anyone. Steelers opponents combined record 33-47. Okay. Chiefs opponents combined record 33-50.
Okay.
Nearly the same. Steelers point differential were plus 100.
Okay.
The Chiefs plus 103.
Okay.
Pretty much just damn near the same.
Yeah, no, we're definitely talking like very similar squads right now.
Super similar.
For sure.
All right, here's another one. If Tom Brady had the Buccaneers at 9-0 with the stat line of 223 out of 334 for 67% completion rating, 2,267 yards, 22 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 103 QB rating, would he be the MVP leader?
Absolutely.
He definitely would be.
Yeah, without question.
So far, Brady has led the Bucs to a 7-3 record, and he has 254 completions of 385 attempts, 66%, 2,739 yards, 23 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and a 99 QB rating.
Wow, that's where he's at right now?
Yep.
Here's one more touchdown pass than fucking Ben.
One more touchdown pass, a little bit more yards, and 3 more interceptions.
That's crazy.
Yep.
For them to be losing.
Yep. And they're that close.
Yeah, that's insane.
TJ Watt has the high pressure rate in the league at 18.2%.
Mr. Pressure.
And Aaron Donald's right behind him at 18%.
Mr. Pittsburgh.
What else we got? Man, I had one more, and it was about Juju. There you go. No player in Steelers history has scored more touchdowns through the first 9 games of their career than Chase Claypool. 9 touchdowns in 9 games.
Wow.
Martavis Bryant is second with 7.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Man, I thought I could have swore I retweeted this Juju thing. I wanted to. I don't think so. Mm-hmm. I wanted to read about his stats so far this year because they're incredible.
Yeah.
Especially his stats so far on third down. Here you go. Juju Smith-Schuster over the last 4 weeks. 42 targets, which ranks 4th in the league. Mm-hmm. 31 receptions, which is tied 2nd. 322 receiving yards, which is 6th. 2 touchdowns. He's also converted 10 third downs over the last 4 weeks, which is the 3rd most in the NFL.
Juju.
I
mean, that's literally what you said, man. The guy that gets what you need done.
When you need it.
And whenever you need to take a little bit of pressure off of some of the other receivers, then you start to fucking target Juju. They double him or whatever they need to do, put a little bit more pressure on him, and that leaves crazy receivers open. So, I mean, Juju is just that player that you need to just like literally be the Swiss Army knife out there, bro, and just take care of everything that you need him to.
He really is a modern day Hines Ward. If you think about, he's had in the last 4 weeks, he's had 41 catches, 10 first downs. That means a quarter of his catches have gone for first downs.
And that's what's literally keeping the Steelers where they are. You know what I mean? That's what loses these dudes a lot of these games, is not being able to convert on third down.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And speaking of which, the Bengals did not convert on a single third down.
the entire game.
In the entire game.
That gets you a loss, bro. That gets you a
yes, sir, it does.
fucking L every time.
Where let's do this. I don't know that I have much more that I want to say about the Arizona Cardinals and the Buffalo Bills. Shout out to the Cardinals for winning. They're 6-3.
Yeah, good game.
The
good ending.
Bills are 7-3.
Best ending in the week.
So yeah, it is what it is. Probably best ending all year.
Agreed.
As we look forward to next week. Tomorrow night, we have the Cardinals and the Seahawks.
Cardinals coming off of that win.
I feel like it's 2 days from now just because I feel like today's still Tuesday.
I know, right?
But it's just because it's after midnight that the computer, that it says tomorrow, which is jabroni shit.
It is very jabroni-ish.
But listen to
Cardinals
this.
are favorites, aren't they?
I was just going to say, what do you think the over-under is here? Or the spread is here?
I would say.
You think the Cardinals are favorites?
I would say, in real life, if you were to ask me and me not really know what was going on, I would say 6.5 points. Seahawks favorite.
Okay. Well, guess what? The Seahawks are favorited.
Seahawks are favored.
Yes.
By how much?
I think 3.5 points.
Seahawks are favored
by
3.5 points.
The Cardinals are plus 3.5. I think it's because it's in Seattle.
There's no fans.
I know. Yeah, it's at Seattle.
Yeah,
that's why.
Fans. I mean, fucking 5,000 people. I guess it could make a little difference, but not much.
No.
I'm going Cardinals in that game, bro.
Dude, me too. I really like the Cardinals in that game, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
Man? Let me look at some stats over here while you pull that up. I'm going to go to our cheat code.
Yeah, no. I really like the Cardinals in this game, man. I don't think that the Seahawks have the defense to be able to stop them. Their defense just isn't doing it. And the Cardinals already beat the Seahawks this year. The Seahawks are now 6-3. And I mean, that division is wide open. The Seahawks are 6-3. The Cardinals are 6-3. And who else is in that division that's also 6-3? There's somebody else. The Rams. All three of them are in the same division. They're all 6-3.
Wow.
So it's coming down to the nitty gritty, bro.
All-time record 6-3 for both teams. 4-0 at home for Seattle. So that could be one reason why they're leaning toward them. And against the spread at home, they're 3-1. So, that is kind of why they're pushing it, that home field advantage.
Okay. But I don't give a shit. Their defense sucks.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that.
Man.
Stats, rushing yards average for the year, 121 to Seattle versus 110 on Arizona. Average points scored, 24 versus 20. Completion percentage, 65% versus 56 over at Arizona. Total yards in the game, 334 to 330, and turnovers, 0.6 to 1.2. Seattle's leading in all those categories for the year so far.
Okay.
They're close, though. You know what I mean? They're very, very close. Over here at OddsShark, shouts out to them. They got the computer-generated predicted score at 30.6 to 29.5. Seattle Seahawks. I would absolutely take the Arizona Cardinals on the spread.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm putting a little same game parlay in right now on the Cardinals.
You putting something in on that right now?
Over 57.5 points. Cardinals to win by 1-13. Cardinals to win on the money line in the first half, which includes a tie. And the Cardinals to win in the second half, which includes a tie.
I love it.
It's plus 2,863.
I love it. Put $100 on it.
Might as well, see what happens.
That's a solid one.
Could win over $2,000. Yeah, almost $3,000 if I do.
You got any other highlighted games for next week that you want to kind of break down for anybody? You want to look at this?
Well, I definitely want to do probably another episode before next week.
Okay.
Just because I want to be able to put in our bets for the other games later in the week because so much shit changes.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Anything that's looking like good money right now that we can look at real quick just to finish off this episode with?
Yeah, for sure. And I can go over some lines. How much time we got?
Looking like.
Oh, we're good. Yeah, we got 12 minutes. Yeah, we're good. We're golden. So here are some lines for this week.
What's
so
Kansas City
obviously,
looking like?
Kansas City is playing the Raiders, and the Chiefs are favored -7. The over-under is 56.5.
All right. We got Kansas City.
The Colts play the Packers,
Mm-hmm.
and the Packers are the underdog.
Here, let's look at that one.
They're +2.5.
Colts and Packers, you said?
Yep.
Green Bay Packers and Indianapolis Colts.
So that's one that I love the Packers in.
Oh, yeah.
Love them in that game.
Indianapolis will win, cover the spread, and the total will go under is what we're getting. So the total, 51.5 points, spread 2.5. The consensus is going toward Green Bay.
There it is.
65% is going toward Green Bay.
Yep.
And they normally say where the bets go, you go the opposite.
The opposite.
But in this one, I think the people might
agree.
have it right.
And look at that. They're saying the over, too.
Yes, they are. Heavily saying the over at 61%, over 51.
And the over-under is only 51 right now.
Yeah, I think that they're going to crush that. I mean, it looks like the computer has it predicted at 27.5 to 20.6.
Which puts it at 47.
47. I got it going under.
Yep.
I like the over in that game.
Me too.
Let's see. Over, under. Green Bay's been 5-4 on the over, under. And Indianapolis has been 5-4 on the over, under.
Okay.
Let's see. Green Bay, we're all leaning toward Green Bay this way. Away, 4-1. Against the spread, 6-3.
What are they against the spread away?
Against the spread away, 4-1.
What is the Colts against the spread home?
2-2.
Bam. There it is.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, head-to-head, though, the Colts are winning 4-2.
Mm-hmm. Rushing yards.
That's only because
17 to 92 passing yards.
See, that's only because they only play them every 4 years. Okay?
Yeah.
So 4 years ago when they played them, it was Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Whole different team when it's Phillip Rivers.
You're absolutely right.
Get him out of here. I like the Green Bay Packers in that game.
Green Bay are 6-3 against the spread in their last 9 games.
6-3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Love
13-3 SU. What's SU?
Straight up
in the last 16 games, 13-3.
Damn good.
That's fucking beautiful.
Yep.
2-7 in the last 9 games against Indianapolis against the spread.
What is it?
2-7 against the spread in the last 9 games against Indianapolis.
No good.
Not, but like you said, that's 4 years worth of data.
Yeah.
In the last 9 games. See if there's anything else here that stands out.
Yeah,
the total has gone under in 5 of Green Bay's last 7 games played in November.
That's interesting. That is interesting.
Injuries.
They blow people out.
Running back Irvin, ribs, questionable.
Bum.
Redmond, cornerbacks. Lazard, receiver. Abdominal, possible. That's probable. He's going to be playing.
Not really.
No.
How about this game?
Okay.
Tennessee Titans versus the Baltimore Ravens.
That's going to be a hell of a game, bro.
The Ravens are favored -6.5.
Baltimore will win, cover the spread, and the total will go under. They're both 6-3. Predicted score 17-30. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
We got a big consensus going toward the over in that game. The over is 40. Over under is 49. I don't like that score. 30-17. I don't like that. I think that's way too low. I think it will go over 49 points.
Me too.
Yeah, I think that's a really solid over bet.
Me too.
Very
I think
solid.
And I have 48.5 on FanDuel.
48.5 in FanDuel?
Yep.
I think you're Gucci on FanDuel for that one. Let's see if there's anything that sticks out in their little list. Total has gone over in 6 of Tennessee's last 8 games.
There you go. Bang,
Total
bang.
has gone over in 5 of Tennessee's last 6 games against an AFC team. Yeah, that's a points game for sure. For sure. Doesn't even matter what happens in that game. Just go over. I think you're locked in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt are locked in there. So that's really it, man. Those are a couple previews. There's those are the only ones that stick out. The Cleveland Browns game is going to be big for us. They're playing the Eagles. Obviously we want to watch the Steelers game, Titans Ravens, Dolphins Broncos. We talked about that one.
Yeah.
But we'll preview some more. We'll preview some more in a little episode before next
Sunday.
week, and then we'll be back on Sunday with y'all. Yeah, chilling on the live stream on YouTube. What up?
Go.
And then
always Thursday night live stream, maybe.
Always do. Oh, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm with it. Night we'll do the football live, and then we'll do our bets for Sunday.
I'm with it. Let's do it.
Yeah, that sounds lit.
Word. YouTube. Thanks for cracking with us.
Much love.
We appreciate y'all. We're gonna end the live stream on y'all because we out. Peace.